This is my new small amp. Small as in you can pick it up. The 100-watt version, which I absolutely love and use it for everything. Horst from Engl, he's an engineer, and he gave me the opportunity to work with him on the tone and the features of this new amp. You know, really nice clean, really nice distortion, and it's lightweight. It's got IR circuits, so you can plug directly in. You can plug headphones directly in. It's got reverb, delay, touch a button, and there you got it. There's a power soak built in the back, so you can go from 20 watts, which doesn't sound like much, but it gets pretty darn loud. Like right now, I'm on 5-watt setting. There's a 1-watt setting, and there's a no watt setting, where the amp's still happy and it's being loaded correctly, no sound's coming out. So you can just play it direct or through your headphones, or use it as a practice amp. You know, we're just with earbuds. That's what I use. I don't even use headphones. Like I said, versatile, and you can put it in your suitcase. Like even the handle folds down, so you can actually lift it off. It won't put you overweight. Arm's length. Instead of a modeling amp or, you know, a bunch of modules or whatever, this is a real amp, and I love it. It's, I think, the best small amp I've ever had. And so I'm glad they finally did it. So thank you, Engl, and thank you, Horst. And I always maintain the features that are easiest to use and easiest to implement will be used the most. And having something that's easy to grab, well, that gets grabbed the most. This is a real tube amp, and it's got 12 AX7s, 4 of them, and the power tubes are EL84s. It's a real tube amp, and the sound comes from that. That's why it distorts, you know, from nothing to full saturation without changing anything except your volume knob. You only get that with a real tube amp and a really good tube amp. I think having great tools makes it easier. An easy to use amp that does a nice progressive distortion gives you the opportunity to play with much more subtlety and, I don't know, human emotion in your playing. One of the ways you can change settings on this amp is momentary toggles, or you can, there's a right button where it will learn that setting into a MIDI pedal. You could use any MIDI control actually, but what I do is write the sound that I want, say for preset 1, and, you know, get it sound like I want, and then just hold the right button down for a few seconds until it stops blinking. And that's the most technically difficult part of the amp, is holding that down for 3 seconds. And go to your next foot switch setting, readjust everything the way you want, and hold that down. There you go. It's programmed into your pedal. That's the same way that the Engl 100-watt big amp does. I use the MIDI switcher for things like effects loop, one for reverb and one for delay, the delay that's built in here. And also there's a middle range boost. See, I wonder who asked for that. Anyway, I like middle range boost ever since I had a Vox Super Beetle back in the 60s. That's 1960s for you kids, not 1860s. There's another gain function, you know, for, you know, adding that extra stage, so that people say, you know, what kind of distortion are you using? Well, that, you know, it's got it in there. So when you add the super gain function, that's without, with. It's subtle and smooth, but it makes a difference. And it makes the difference between doing something that's going to be all solo lines and something where you really want to be able to go in and out of distortion like I was doing by That's the beauty of a tube amp. And this has got it in a package that you can take with you. If you look from the side, all these knobs are protected by the cabinet sticking back just a little bit so that you can put it in its case without moving these controls. On the back is mix, amount, time of delay, and feedback, just like you would expect. Reverb level, and then there's a noise gate, which I'm using it right now, and it's very smooth. That's the noise gate is stopping the, and there's on. So it's a really good noise gate. On this production model, there are 3 IR presets that are designed to emulate the Engl cabinets, a small cabinet, medium, and large cabinet, and 5 that you can customize. So slots 4 through 8 are for the custom ones. And that's pretty amazing. You can use it with a monitor speaker or not because of the power soak. And like I said, lift it up, carry it at arm's length, set it in your suitcase, and go to the next city. And the airlines won't know it's in there, so they won't, drop your bag. Musical instrument fragile. And speaking of the IRs, there's a USB port to make it easier to download them from the internet, from your computer or whatever, and they stay in non-volatile memory. Bottom line with this amp is, I think it's fantastic. Most importantly, it's got the correct color, blue. This used to be blue before it went through so many weather tragedies at outdoor gigs. I use it and it sounds great. When I use it, I've been recording with it, I played live with it. And believe me, they don't pay me anything to do this. This is about the love for the equipment and having it available.